Hi guys, welcome back to another Foundation Friday. Mwah. Today's Foundation Friday, I'm going to be reviewing the Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation. I have not tried this yet. I'm a little late to the game, but I saw it at Ulta and I figured I'd pick it up because it's literally right smack in front of your face when you walk in the door, and I'm sure the people are still using it. So I'm going to try this out for myself, so let's just jump right in and test it. So the shade that I have is F2.60. I went with something that is a little bit tanner. I am a little bit tanner on my arm, clearly. So hopefully this is kind of somewhere in the middle of like my face and my arm. I did also want to go for something that was more neutral toned. I did test a bunch of different ones while I was in the store, so I'm really hoping that this is more neutral tone. It looks kind of yellow from the tube, but when I swatched it and looked at all the other shades in the range, I really was looking for a neutral tone, and I spent some time at Ulta trying to figure it out. So fingers crossed on this shade, but let's start testing it and see how this foundation does as a foundation. So it definitely looks like it's going to be a full coverage. So because of the full coverage, I'm going to apply it with a dense brush. This is one of my favorite dense foundation brushes from WOAH. It's the complexion brush. You can use my code Julia to get some money off of your purchase. So I'm definitely going to need a little bit more than this. It does look like a good shade. Yeah, it actually does look like a good shade. I'm afraid that it may turn out a little yellow, but it is covering up like a good amount. My face is a little red from a mask that I used while filming before this video. And honestly, it's covering up the redness pretty well, and it's covering up the scarring that I have going on right here. And I am liking it applied with this brush. So I do like this shade. I think it's a good in between. It's not, I mean, my arm's really tan. It's not like exactly where I want it to be. It is kind of like showing up a tiny bit yellow right now, and I'm not loving that about it, but let me zoom you guys in. Let's talk about it. Okay, so hi. I am seeing a bit of texture. I have a sponge here. I'm gonna use this to apply a little bit more foundation to see if it's a little bit more buildable, because I really didn't put a heavy coverage on my face of this foundation. I wanted to see kind of like, you know, of course, if it's buildable, if it's not. So I'm gonna apply just a little bit more, and my sponge is not damp or anything. I'm gonna apply it right here in this area, because I'm noticing this is the area where it looks a little more textured. So if you look at this side compared to this side, it's definitely a buildable foundation for sure. But I am still seeing just a bit of texture. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of sitting in my pores. I can just like see them all. So here it is with more foundation all over. I really do think that the sponge really helped kind of even out the application, and a brush kind of was just a little bit streaky, or just didn't, maybe I just didn't put enough product on the brush, I don't know. But I like the sponge a little bit better. It's definitely a matte foundation. There's no sheen to it, like, at all. And it is definitely a full coverage foundation. Not loving the texture, but let me apply the rest of my makeup and we'll come back. I'll let you know what I think, and then we will wear it throughout the day and see how it lasts. Alright guys, I am back. This is the final makeup look. I actually love, whoa, dog. I actually love the way that it came out. The foundation is 100% matte, 100% full coverage. They did not lie about that. Looking a little bit closer, I am still seeing that little bit of texture. Alright guys, it has been actually a solid amount of time since I've had this foundation on. We're in a different setting. I'm literally outside, so this is like the best it can get here. I've had this, it is 7, I think, right now, and I've had this foundation on
since like 5-6 a.m. this morning, so it's gotten a solid 12 hours. I did reapply my lips, so it didn't go off of that, but let's take a look. It stayed on pretty well. It definitely stayed matte, which I was very impressed by. It did start to crease like right here in this area. I'm breaking out in the weirdest spot too, but I feel like next time I would apply this foundation, I would apply it actually even more in a dewy way, possibly use a setting spray, because this is definitely a matte full coverage foundation, 100%. They're not lying to you. It is a matte full coverage foundation, so I don't think that this would be suitable for our dry skin babes out there, but definitely if you have super oily skin or you want something to stay on your skin all day, and I've been sweating here and there and like probably running errands and like rubbing against like things rubbing against my face all day, and it's, you know, it's still there. So I'm impressed with the Morphe foundation. I'm happy with it. I'll probably continue to use it. I'm also happy with the color. I might just exchange it for maybe like a darker shade so that it could be more suitable for my skin tone for the rest of the summer, but yeah, I'm happy with it. I give it a big thumbs up. Definitely if you have oily skin, I think you will like it, especially if you're looking for full coverage and something that'll stay on all day. Can't believe this looks this good after 12 hours of wear. So thanks guys for watching Foundation Fridays. As always, make sure to check out all my other videos right here on the side and subscribe right here in the center of the screen. Love you guys.